Peace and love coming at you live from outside of space and time. I'm Naeem. Welcome to the feedback loop. Going live today just to kind of kick some time here. Thought I'd go take a little trip down memory lane, maybe watch a couple of my older sessions, just to review. I like to review my work sometime. Really, one of the main reasons I started making videos was just to document my progress and capture authentic moments of remote viewing on camera because, as I got interested in remote viewing, it became pretty apparent that there wasn't that many of those kind of moments really captured on video. A lot of it was just paper scans and things you read in books, and those are great and those pave the way. But in the digital age, in the current time we live now, seeing things in real time, seeing people do these things, I think is crucial for the development of remote viewing in general. So before we get into all that, of course, gotta give a little plug here for crypto viewing. Patreon.com/crypto viewing. That's where, I do my professional work alongside the team there. The other viewers, Daz Smith, my mentor, Dick Algar, Edward Reardon, who also, I would say coincidentally, but, nothing's really coincidence. These were some of the guys that I watched for years and years and studied them when I was getting into remote viewing, because they were, some of the only guys publicly out there that you could really see work. Edward Reardon was doing videos on session. Daz Smith was doing public projects, doing video projects with Farsight. Dick Algar was doing public projects and stuff with Farsight. So, seeing that stuff was inspirational for me and let me see in a realistic way what remote viewing looked like in real time. And that really, really was a huge part of my development, seeing these guys work. And yeah, just, the way the universe works out, now I'm actually working alongside them. So, if you're interested in not just cryptocurrencies, but in remote viewing in general, check us out over at Crypto Viewing. We do crypto forecasts, not financial advice. We do woo-woo targets. We do future events, world event stuff. So yeah, check that out if you're interested. And, my website is thefeedbackloop.info. It's kind of back in bare bones mode as I update it. But, if you want to try some practice targets, read a little bit about remote viewing, check it out. Right. So I was just going over some of my older content on my YouTube channel. And, some of my videos go back 7-8 years, and there's ones even older than that I've kind of removed just for like crappy production quality. But, some of my remote viewing stuff goes back 7-8 years. And it's interesting to see how things transpire over that time. Every once in a while I might jump on here and just watch, play some old clips. The way I have my setup here at home right now, it's kind of hard for me to find a good time where it'll actually be quiet and I'd be able to work, a whiteboard session without any interruptions. Like I want to do that live on video, like in a live stream. So I'm still working out a way that I can make that happen. But tonight, or wherever you are in space and time, I'm just going to play one or two of my older clips here that for me, some of these sessions were like key points in my development. So yeah, we're gonna hop over to here's one clip here. This is a video. It was from 4 years ago. About the title is "Remote Viewing: See the Target, Not a Photo." And yeah, I'm just going to let the video play. I might pause and make a comment here or there, but probably just going to let this run. The beginning has the feedback video of what the target was, and during the session, in the bottom right corner, there'll be some images and video clips just to show kind of like the matchup between what I'm perceiving and the actual feedback. Hey, Rose. Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, hopefully you find this interesting. 4 years back, finally built up my confidence and my skill level in HRVG to start doing it on the whiteboard, because I was doing CRV for many years, and then I kind of had to start from scratch. So yeah, check it out. Hopefully this is interesting. Thanks for tuning in.
The nuclear fuel is gradually fissioned or burned to the economical limit and must then be replaced. The fuel is not actually consumed, but rather it is changed. The spent fuel discharged from a reactor core is highly radioactive, and it is still producing heat. The used fuel must be stored and allowed to cool for a period of time before it can be moved from the reactor site. Water-filled basins called spent fuel pools are used for this purpose. The water provides radiation shielding, cooling, and a transparent medium for handling the fuel. A second technique uses remote handling equipment to place fuel bundles into lined shafts, which are sealed off flush with the ground. Techniques such as these may one day be available for storage. But temporary spent fuel storage is necessary today.
So let's get S3. Let's put it all together here. I got some kind of surface. We got some kind of vertical element, I feel, and possibly some kind of like rope or something weaved, some kind of weaved texture associated with this. I got a tension, like the tightening of a cable or something like that. Sound coming from there. Something vertical. I get the wet. So let's go with water 1, water gestalt. Right. We got this structure 1, this vertical thing. Structure 2, the weave thing. Yeah, I just wanted to chime in here. So this is, stage 3, and this is where we, intuitively assemble some of the early, low-level data into like, a site sketch. And so you can see here, the image there on the right is the target. And so you can see they're lowering, raising and lowering something from out the water. There's a water surface below, vertical structure, a chain, lift that they use. So you can see there in the S3 how, when everything comes together, it's kind of like this magical moment where it's like, yeah, the viewer's blind, the viewer doesn't know what the target is, but following your intuition, you can put it all together in the right way. So yeah, you'll see how this develops in the next stage. What else am I missing here? Got the there's a sheer face. Something tapers off. Structure 3. So I'm gonna go water 1, structure 1, structure 2, structure 3. That's what I'm. That's what we're gonna go for here. See what we can get. So let's go. Water 1. Let's start with this water 1. See this water gestalt. Know there's a wet surface. W A T E R 1. Water 1. Okay, this is I see this as like I see some water, and I see like something is below the water or in the water. I see something here on the surface or near the surface, in the surface, but there's some kind of shape there. And the sounds I get are like a splashing sound. Smells like a fresh, you know the smell you get when you're like near the water, near the beach, near the waterfront. It's a fresh smell, like a mix of like sand and a chalky type smell. Chalky, salty type smell. I get a texture, I don't know, I get the sharp texture. Pointed, sharp texture. Not sure. Okay, I get, yeah. But there's something in the water there. Temperatures. Feels hot and cool. Textures of, yeah, just disturbed water. Disturbed water with something below the surface. There's something below. Or something in the water, it feels like. We got this structure, this up and down type thing, so let's see what that's about. Structure 1. See what we can get here. Structure 1. S T R U C T U R E 1. Structure 1. Okay. Well, I get a sense of I don't know. I get a sense of a surface like water or something. But the main idea I get here is like you know when you set up like a crane or a lift or you lower something into the water and you mechanically I don't know if this is what this is, but this is what it reminds me of. It would be like a chain link. a chain, like a chain that you lower, and then you wheel it back in. Because I get the sound of like a ching, ching, chunk, 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 like a tap, tap, chunk, chunk, like. But this is the idea I'm getting here. Something being lowered and maybe retrieved back up. The sense I'm getting there. Yeah, I get like a rust, metallic, like, you know, fishing, like that kind of ideas come to mind. Fishing, netting, like netting a fish. Like, you know, they put those big nets in and then they pull them back in. Like, that's the kind of idea that I'm getting here with this structure 1. Like retrieval. That's the kind of idea that I'm getting there with this. Like bringing something up from under a surface. Okay. So yeah, we got the structure, the water. Let's see if we can just see this overall area where this is happening. So yeah, like an overview of this area where this is, whatever this is. Let's see if we can see this. The land, the area. L-A-N-D-1, land 1. I see a lot of like okra, like something you'd see in the Grand Canyon type, you know, orange, okra, dry, you know. This is weird because this looks like a dry area to me. This looks like something you'd see like a Grand Canyon type, deserted type area. The location is actually Nevada, so pretty good call on the location there. Well, at least the land looks like that, and somewhere associated with this target. Yeah. Yeah. So the land feels dry, dusty, particulate. Land structures in the distance. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I'm getting here. I'm gonna stop that there and check the feedback, and hopefully we got something on this target. So, yeah, that was a little blast from the past there. Hopefully that one was interesting. Yeah, I remember doing that one and seeing the feedback, and yeah, I was pretty blown away. I managed to, you know, pull some good visuals, some good concepts, had some pollution with the fishing, idea of fishing, but what I was really trying to get across was that, you know, they're lowering something into the water and then wheeling it back out using some kind of, you know, mechanical lift. So yeah, there's that one. I'll hop over to this one. This was a target that a friend of mine set for me. They weren't into remote viewing, or they don't do remote viewing. So, I would they would see me talking about it every now and then. And I would say, yeah, just, set me something, because, I needed things to practice on. I needed, yeah, working those target pool things just gets boring. And after a while, you've seen them all. So this one was a North Korea missile test. So yeah, the feedback video is going to run first. It shows the missiles launching, and then it also shows Kim Jong Un and two other people, and they're kind of like at a table, kind of like operation room, kind of oversight thing. So keep that in mind for near the end of my session. I take a look at the life there. So we're gonna hop into this one.
HRE5R. Let's do this. Visual ideograms. HRE5R. I see some lines up above. It's my first capture. Let's go. HRE5R. HRE5R. Yeah, I'm seeing these lines coming down like this from above.
Yeah, you can see there, like, visual ideograms can really, bring you right on target. I mean, the first things I'm seeing are these 3-4 streaks in the air, and, there's 4 missiles going up. So, of course, when you're in session, at this point in the session, I had no clue what they were, but that's the nature of remote viewing. You just take what you get, and you got to keep moving. It's not really usually until later in the session that you really realize what's really going on. But yeah, visual ideograms, extremely powerful tool. Yeah, getting visual contact early in the session can give you an idea of what's going on. I knew right from the beginning that there's something going on. There's something streaking through the air right at the beginning of the session.
HRE5R. HRE5R. Yeah, I'm just seeing these lines. Let's go to S2 now. HRE5R. Visual recall. Sounds. I got like smells, taste. Cloudy. Temperatures. Hot. Textures associated with the site. It would be like gaseous. Yeah, like clouds. Vapor or gaseous clouds. associated with that site. Let's go for another one. HRE5R. Sounds, again, the hiss. Temperatures, hot. Smells and tastes. I see like a smoke trail or smoke plume. Temperatures, it'll be hot. Yeah, so I'm seeing some kind of shape there, structure, some kind of vapor or something around it. HRE5R. Sounds. I hear like voices. Smells. Temperatures. Hot. Cool. Some hot, some cool. Temperatures. Taste associated with the site. Yeah, some kind of cloudiness. Yeah. Okay, so I keep seeing something in the air. This seems to be the main thing here. Something in the air. I hear like a hiss, almost like a ripping noise, like like ripping air. At sometimes I see something that looks more like it's going upwards, maybe. And I get like smoke, vapor with that. And there may even be some life because I hear like voices and I get like paved texture. So we're gonna go air 1. We're gonna go life 1, and then we're gonna go. I don't know. Let's just call this structure. We'll call this air 1. We'll call this air 2. Air 1, air 2, life 1. Because I keep seeing these lines coming. Something to do with the air, maybe. Air 2. We got all this cloudy, smoky vapor stuff. So I want to see what this gestalt is. I want to get a visual of this gestalt. Air 2. A-I-R-2. This is like something you'd see at a like a rocket launch or something. This is like I see this as a nozzle, some kind of nozzle, like this, and this would be sounds a very loud, like rumble, Smells. Yeah, I'm just seeing like clouds of smoke like curl up. Temperatures, hot. Like black, sooty clouds. Like I don't know if this is what this is, but I get like all this smoke, something that's like a nozzle creating a vapor, you know, like it's got like the hallmarks of like a rocket launch. What are they doing? Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing on that one. It's like a lot of vapor coming out of some kind of structure, a nozzle, almost like a rocket booster. That's what I'm getting there. Alright, let's look at it's life. Life multi. Life multi. Let's get this. LIFEMULTI. Life multi. See a person, or I see like a desk, and there's people at this table, this desk or something. Sounds, I get like cheering, hoots, like woo, yeah, I get like professional. I get oversight. I get the idea of like a oversight committee. Yeah, I see, what are they doing? What are these people? Why are we interested in the people? What are they doing here? Yeah, overseeing. Overseeing what? Like takeoff, or like launch procedure. The emotions are like ecstatic, accomplished, anticipating, What are they interested in? Some type of manipulation. Yeah, I got like aircraft. Like a mission plan. Yeah, so I see life. They're sitting at some kind of table or something like this, and I get a sense of like oversight. Yeah. Cheer. I hear sounds like cheering, like celebration type sounds, but I get like these people might be like overseeing something, kind of like an oversight committee.
Yeah, so that one was some strong contact on that one. Yeah, looking back on that, from right from the beginning, from visual ideograms, right all the way to S4, it was just I was really really on it on that one, and yeah, that session really, I think, was a defining moment in my progression. After I hit that target, I kind of realized, like, yeah, you're playing with power now. So let me just maybe play one more, and then I'll call it quits for the night. Let's see. Pick one more that I really liked. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone who's here. Hopefully you're, enjoying the views. Let's go with well, this one, I'll put on this one. This has one of my favorite drawings that I've ever done in a remote viewing session, and luckily I happened to be on video on whiteboard. So yeah, I'll run through this one, and I'll sign off. This was a target a different friend set for me. He never did remote viewing, but he's seen some of my videos. He's seen me talking about it. He knows I was serious about it, and he's a computer programmer type guy, web programmer. So he sent me this target, set it up, sent me the target number, and I did the work. And yeah, at the end of it, he thought maybe I hacked into his computer or something. So check this one out. It's Cavo das Conchos. It's like this man-made drainage pipe in the middle of a lake somewhere, pond. I think it's in Portugal. So yeah, we'll get into this one.
So this is my second session here on target 1475-4010. I did some work. I turned it in. I was told to continue some work. So no feedback yet, but see what else we can get on this target. 1475-4010. 1475-4010. See this as a rounded type feature, like that. It's my first capture.
You can see there again, right from the get-go, the visual ideogram kind of locked me on to the main aspect of the target there.
One 475-4010. 1475-4010. Seeing these lines like this. It's my second capture. One 475-4010. Third visual ideogram. Something like that. It's my third capture.
I don't mean to pause it again, but this is the thing with visual contact. You know, a picture is worth 1,000 words. So, you know, I could have just left the session here. For some people, that would have been good enough. But you got to keep kind of plugging at these things. The thing with, you know, when I work a session, you know, I'm looking for target visuals many times. One of the things that people, you know, ask me, or one of the issues that they have when they're trying to get visual information is they get some, you know, they'll get something, but it's never like that hard hitting one that really shows like, yes, I saw the target for sure. And that's because you kind of got to chip away at these things. You get these small little flashes, and then it gets to the point where you're engrossed in the target, and the aperture opens up, and that's when you really, you know, see the target, so to speak. So, yeah, hopefully you can kind of follow the progression here as I work it.
This target. 1475-4010. Visual. There's like an area here, a shape like that. Sounds. I hear like the sound of like dirt, particulate. You know, like when dirt blows in the air, like whoosh, you hear the little particulate parts moving around. Something in the wind, dirt in the wind. Smells. I get, again, like land, particulate, like kind of like sandy dirt. Temperatures would be, I get warm.
Another little word here. Yeah, the information from the subconscious, you know, it you know, I don't like to use the term the speed of light, but you know, it's instantaneous pretty much, especially early in the session. You know, when you probe, that information is there pretty much the second that you touch that line. That information's there, and most people who are struggling with the early stages of remote viewing, they're missing the data. You got to be really intensely focused on that moment when you touch that line. That's like closing a circuit. That's like putting your hand in the socket. All right, it's gonna pop into your awareness right away. So you got to get used to being ready to accept that input as soon as it comes in. In terms of, you know, you see when I close my eyes in S4, and, you know, 10-12 seconds will go by and I have my eyes closed. That's because, you know, you got to this information that has to be processed visually. It kind of like bubbles up. Sometimes it's there right away. Sometimes it comes in later. So, but in terms of low level data, like the low level 5 cent stuff, and even like quick outlines and flashes, it's pretty much instantaneous. So it takes a lot of practice, and spending time with yourself, doing this over and over again, to pick up on those. They're very, very subtle. You know, my mentor told me, you know, the type of mind state you want to have when you're doing this is like you're an old granny and you're in your house, and you know you heard someone's breaking in your house, and now you're hiding in the closet, and you're listening, you know, for the killer coming down the hallway. That's the kind of intensity you want to be listening internally. You want to be able to hear a pin drop, right? That's the kind of mental state you got to be in when you're trying to perceive these impressions.
Textures would be particulate, gravel, dirt, land. Stop that. 1475-4010. There's some feature there. The shape here, like this. Sounds kind of like a shifting noise. Smells, textures would be, yeah, I get like rocky, hard textures. Again, I'm getting the like particulate, dirt, sand textures there. S3. So there's some kind of land here. Like I'm getting, you know, land, kind of like dusty, craggy, bumpy type land. But then there's like somewhere there's like a feature. I'm getting like a circular shape. I don't know how this goes. Some kind of shape there. I get like a hiss, a crackle, rough, bumpy, kind of like craggy, dry. Yeah, just like dirt, particulate, blowing, a little bit of like wind, blowing stuff. There may be some like life at this target at some point. Some parts feel like darker, kind of like a little enclosed at times. So that's my S3. I'm gonna land one. This thing will go land 2. Structure in something in the back, and maybe we'll try and look at this life. But this is seems to be the important, seeing this the most. I want to get a view of this land. I want to see this I want to see this clearly. I want to get a view of this. Come on. Land. LAND 1. I want to get a visual here. Yeah, I just see this as like a hole. I don't know how else to explain this, but it feels man-made. Man-made. Sounds, smells, craggy textures, like the lip, bumpy cragginess. What is it? Not a landfill, but I get like buried, like deposit, uncover. So there might be something like buried or covered or deposited in here. What would be deposited? What would be that? What would be in there? Why are we looking at this? Buried. Deposited. So there's something, I see a feature, like a circular type feature, and I get the sense of like, almost like a landfill, not like, something might be buried or deposited in here. And for some reason we're looking at this. I'm supposed to know something about this. Okay, let's look at this Land 2.
Here there's, and this is another thing, once you're on the signal, once you're on the target, you can go back and look at something again. That's another thing. But, it takes a certain amount of confidence. You can get a visual, like I just saw that whole thing, but I'm going back again and I'm saying, I want to get a better look at that. And this is really where the real magic moment happens. Yeah.
Or this, I'm going to call it Land 2. I'm calling Land 2. Seeing this circular type feature. I want to get a visual here. Land 2. L-A-N-D 2. Land 2. Okay, this, I don't know. This looks like, to me, this is like a, not a sinkhole, but, the land's here, and there's something here, goes down like this. Some kind of, depression, something in the land. Sounds are, I don't want to say like crumbling, but sound. Smells, I just get like sand, some dirt, some sand. Textures would be seeing a lot of like bright tan color. What is it? I don't want to say like a. It's like a. Like there's like a depression in the land, or there's some kind of depression here. Why would we be looking at this? So I see kind of like this circular type feature. It looks almost like a hole, a sinkhole, or I don't want to call it a sinkhole, but there's a hole there in the land. I get like a sense of like excavate. I don't know, but makes me think of like a landslide, like. But I get like excavate. I get like scientific. Why would we be looking at this?
One thing, I mean, great drawing, good session and everything, but I had some sounds of the water, but I completely missed the water gestalt. That's the one thing, the one criticism I have of this one, but yeah, I really like this session.
Okay, I get like under. I don't want to say buried, but a sense of like underneath, underground, that kind of sense I'm getting here. Why would we be looking at this? What's so important about this land feature? Yeah, I get like underground or underneath. So something going on there, maybe.
Yeah, hopefully that was an interesting one. I'll just show the little feedback images here at the end. The S3 came together pretty beautifully. Yeah, pretty bang on. I actually have an image of this half and half, like half the target image, half my drawing, and it's pretty much a mirror image there. So hopefully that was interesting and you enjoyed it. Just taking a little trip down memory lane there with some older sessions, trying to set it up so that I can do some like live, new sessions live on the whiteboard, or even, I have a camera that looks down on my table here, so maybe do some paper sessions too. But it's a little difficult just with noise and my schedule. So hopefully I can free up some more time, maybe create a new space where I can get that done. If you enjoyed this and you want to contribute and help me out here, you can send me a donation through any of the channels shown here on the screen, or you could, if you don't want to donate and you want to actually get something directly for your money, check us out over at Crypto Viewing, patreon.com/cryptoviewing. Check out my website, thefeedbackloop.info, if you want to read up a little bit on remote viewing or try some practice targets out for yourself. So thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Peace and love, y'all.